as we like to call it, the Orc Cast.
Now you have to say that right. Orc Cast. They're related to Klingons.
We have a great cast for you today, folks. It's Wednesday, May 11th, 2011, and we plan to release this on Friday, the 13th, 2011.
Because we like good luck dates like that.
Today I have Robin Nailey with me.
Hello.
And, I don't know, should I call you Brasse or the Orc?
Take your pick. I'm doing both today.
And I am Aimee Ashlanne Rekoske. Later, we're going to interview Clarence the Orc. We're going to talk about the listener emails that we have. We're going to do our first fan spots. We're going to have the Fan Faire countdown. And we're going to do an update on Star Wars Galaxies. And this cast is all about orcs.
Orc, orc, orc.
So we hope you enjoyed today's show.
Orc.
So why is it about orcs?
Why is it about orcs?
You haven't guessed yet?
Because your team loves you.
Uh-huh. Because why?
Because you didn't get to go to Orc Fest.
Oh.
So we brought Orc Fest to you.
That's really nice of you. Yeah, at Orc Fest, my guild has been together for over 10 years. Some of us have married each other. Boy, that sounds odd. But yes, every year we have an Orc Fest, and this year, yes, didn't get to go. But, well, that's really nice of you. Thank you very much. But let me just point out that Orc Fest has a lot more alcohol.
You don't let us drink on the podcast.
See me after the podcast about a policy change. Effective immediately, possibly retroactively. You guys are so sweet.
So we have some listener emails. I have this first one. It says, when we heard that Brasse and Ollivan would not make it to Orcfest this year, we inmates knew that something foul was afoot. Clearly, some orc tribe was sabotaging us. We decided to challenge them. Come to Orcfest, friend tribe. Revel in our friendship, good food, and great ale. When the other tribe accepted our invitation, we cheered, and now we'd have our chance to discover some of the orc tribe's secrets. And we hope to use our knowledge to get our dwarf and our ranger back to us in time for next year's events. Attached are some cave drawings of things we saw and learned during Orcfest.
That's where those came from. Mm-hmm. Okay, these. Okay, we will talk about those later. But these so-called cave drawings, you have to be heavily drunk in order to do these. I understand these are going to be displayed.
Yeah. All of them but one, unless we can edit it a little bit.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Which one?
Depog.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay, Depog has boobies. This means that I know that Jesse, also known as Quinnitan, drew it, because he's the only one that puts boobies on absolutely everything that we do at Orcfest. It's really embarrassing. We have to pay to have that scrubbed off the walls afterwards.
Yeah, we probably can't put that on
probably not.
The YouTube. Mm-hmm. But the rest of these, certainly. These are awesome.
Those are really cool. Yes, they're really good folks. I mean, the entire community team, we should just take our laptops with us and do community work from Orcfest next year. And we'll have a schedule. You must be sober between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. because that's when you're on duty.
That's when you're modding.
The rest of the time, well, that's cool.
I believe that you are up.
Oh, I'm up. Okay.
These are feedback and follow-ups.
Yes. Feedback and follow-ups is next.
From 108.
Okay. Oh, now this is the best name ever. Fantastique. I like that. Oh, that's really good. I wish that was my name. So, I would never be able to wear a costume called Fantastique, though. I'd have to lose 50 pounds and do a bunch of exercises. So I'll stick with Brasse Dwarf. Okay. Fantastique writes, was that Shira's first time co-hosting the podcast? I don't remember hearing her in one before. It sounded like she was having fun. I was wondering if she would mind sharing where she is from originally. I know she does the German translations, but her accent sounds more like French to me. I don't really hear what I would consider a German accent at all, so I've been curious. We're going to have to get Shira on here to explain where she's from. Because...
I asked her, and the only thing she would tell me was southern Germany.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and she is definitely our German translator and speaks German very well. Fantastique continues, by the way, for Ashlanne, it's 88 miles per hour. That's the speed the DeLorean has to reach in order to activate the flux capacitor to travel through time in Back to the Future. We may have to take away your sci-fi geek card for that one. Maybe you can redeem yourself by answering this trivia question. What are the names of Doc and Clara's kids at the end of Back to the Future 3? This shouldn't be too hard, and Googling it doesn't count.
Jules and Vern.
Okay, now you have to do your head of shame, though, for the picture.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting. Now, Fantashique asked if this was her first time co-hosting the podcast. Yes. What a lot of people don't know about Shira is she's actually kind of shy. And it was one of the challenges that we gave her is to be more involved in this sort of thing. I've seen her on one or two webcasts in the past, and she dressed up as Terrace Thule for Fan Faire last year, and she was brilliant. And I'm really glad that she's doing more of this stuff. Glad you're getting a chance to get to know her.
She actually asked Tiffany and Eric both if their live quests required Terrace Thule for this year.
Nice.
Eric's all, I'll write it in. I don't care if I have to improvise.
She can also just play the part of anyone tall, gorgeous, and thin.
That's true.
You know, any part for an elfink, Shira can fill in. And just to let you know that Shira does run our international team here on for the community department.
Darth Finkman says, there's a distinct difference between caffeinated and non-caffeinated Ashlanne. Is there really? Because I'm not caffeinated today.
Oh, there is.
I'm not caffeinated today. Could you tell?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Caffeinated Ashlanne sort of vibrates, you know, like a thick scrat.
That may be what the email was referring to. I'm betting non-caffeinated Ashlanne doesn't walk into walls. You would lose that bet?
Unfortunately, all versions of Ashlanne walk into walls.
Yeah, no matter what, I can walk into a wall. It's just the way I was made.
And,
As Lady Gaga says, I was born this way.
is that going to be your theme song for this year?
No. It could be.
So you're going to recreate that video for one of our webcasts now, are you? Start working on those costumes.
Is that in my review?
Will be.
What a
so
great
funny.
idea.
I don't think
Could you imagine if HR got those reviews? Goals for Aimee Rekoske this year. Remake the Lady Gaga video Born This Way, complete with costumes. Could you imagine?
I don't think
I think I'd be getting a call. Hello, can you please come down to HR? We need to have a discussion.
It'd be so funny, though.
Anyway, the last listener feedback and follow-up we have is from Vestaloin. Birthday events and free rounds are a lot of fun, and the ambassadors and refs that run events all day really put in a lot of work, and they do have a lot to deal with. Between the crowding and questions, it sure is a blast when you get in game with friends. Right now, I'm playing DCUO and free rounds. What an interesting combination. Two very, very different games.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I like best about SOE is we have so many different games to play.
It's also one of the crazy things about SOE.
Yes, it can make it challenging, you know, because one size does not fit all.
No. We're going to take it away to a commercial break. This one is The Celebration of Orcs, written by Lydia Zatoja Pope, who likes orcs because they're evil.
Today, my fellow orcs, we gather to celebrate the triumphant battles of all orcs across the lands.
Wait! I thought we were having a fun festival!
That's right. This is a festival to celebrate the many glorious victories over our sworn enemies.
But that's not the purpose of a festival. It's supposed to be an event for gamers and role players across the various worlds to get together and have fun.
We must ask ourselves, how can we show the true strength of orcs? The answer to that question should be very clear to everyone.
The activities include drinking and playing games.
We must move forward with our plans to dominate over the various worlds.
We also dress up in costumes, roleplay, and share stories.
Whether you come from the Death Fist or Crushbone clans, or if you're a member of the Kojami Orcs of Martok.
Hey, Orc!
Hey, did someone call me? What's going on here?
This is a festival, and I'm trying to tell this Orc leader that it's not actually about orcs.
Why wasn't my Orc clan invited to this?
Your Orc clan?
Yes, our battles are just as important as the next clan.
Hey, aren't you from Free Realms?
Yes, I am, and my Orc clan has seen many victories, especially at our forest fort.
But, you know you're a troll, right?
Does that matter?
You're not an Orc? But wait, that's not even the point. This fest isn't about orcs, it's about...
Hear me now, brother and sister orc clans of Norrath, Telon, other worlds.
Here, brother Orc. The forest orcs are with you.
Hello, Mr. Orc. Can you hear me now?
Victory is upon you! Victory is upon all of us!
Why isn't he listening to me?
This time next year, at our Festival of Orcs, we shall have more reports of our triumphs over the world. Head out, my fellow raiders! Head out to victory!
Hey, did someone call for a Tuscan Raider?
Now what? Where did you come from?
I'm from Endor, and I heard the call for raiders.
Ugh, I give up. And we're back
Talk about Fan Faire.
with the Fan Faire Countdown.
Which we're also not going to let Ashlanne sing.
Aww. Can I
So,
sing
you
at
know,
Fan Faire?
Can you sing at Fan Faire? Well, it depends on how drunk I am. So, of course, I have to play the part of Brasse here for our Fan Faire countdown. As some of you may or may not have noticed, all three of the fans of myself on Facebook, I had a bit of a poll to ask what colour my costume should be this year, and it is officially green and gold.
That means you can't go in the green screen.
That's right. Well, if I go on the green screen, it'll be awesome. I'll be this disembodied head and hands and beer mug, which is pretty much all that's left of me after every fanfare.
We should try it.
All right, so how many days till fanfare as of today, May 11th?
57.
That's not enough days considering I haven't actually started the costume yet. But to my credit, I've ordered the materials and they have arrived. They're just sitting on my table at home now.
Her boots came in the mail. She was wearing them yesterday.
Yeah. The boots are awesome.
And then when this goes live on the 13th, there will be 55 days.
Yes, as you wish to remind me. If you come by my desk every couple of days and tell me how little time I have left to get the armour finished, I'm going to whack you upside the head. And then HR will call me.
Ignore the schedule bit.
Alrighty. So let's see. The backstage blogger will be back this year. The rules are going to be very similar to what they were last year. So look for that announcement coming.
That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have some specific assignments at Fanfare this year for our backstage bloggers. And I hope you guys are all thinking about getting involved in that.
Yeah, you know you want a bloggy because that's what we've been playing with in here today is a bloggy.
The bloggies are a great little tool.
Yeah, we like them.
They don't let me hold it in case I drop it.
Yeah, she does drop things.
Do you want to talk about anything else about Fan Faire?
Let's see. The schedule is going to be updated when soon. We were just having a meeting about that.
I think you just used the word soon.
Oh, no,
which
sorry.
means you have to pay $2 into the community kitty.
Off with her head.
No, actually, we're hoping to get the Fanfare panel and event information detailed much earlier than usual. And so, yeah, definitely we're hoping to get that out really quickly. Notice I didn't say soon.
We're going to add the live quest little blurbs to it. And, I think the tournament blurbs are going to be added to that and that type of
And as some of you may have noticed, we had a little bit of downtime, and so early bird registration has been extended. Now, this was specifically done because of a whole bunch of you guys are just like me. You wait till the last minute on the last day to register anyway, so now you're going to have a whole extra period of time, I think an entire week, in order to procrastinate properly.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we have our very first Fan Spot winner. This is, who wrote this? Thomas.
Yeah. He
So-
didn't supply his name or anything. He just kind of said Thomas.
Thomas,
So congratulations, Thomas.
does he get anything for that?
Yes, he gets 1,000 station cash.
Cool.
I know.
Well, that's not bad at all.
Nope.
Don't spend it all in one place.
This fan spot is presented to you by Linda Brasse Carlson, and Tony Radar X Jones is playing the part of Clarence, and this is a EQ2 Orc interview. So take it away.
All right, everyone. Today we have a very special visitor who is normally put off to the side. I would like to introduce Mr. Orc Hatchet Man.
Hello there. I'm so glad we can meet like this.
Great to have you. Thanks again for coming. So, we know you have some very serious information you want to share with us, but before that, what kind of daily problems and dangers do you face as a Hatchet Man, Mr. Hatchet Man?
Well, first, I'd like to point out my name is Clarence, and as a Hatchet Man, we face all sorts of dangers. Trees falling, extremely racist and prejudiced town guards. Some of the trees even fight back. It can truly be the most dangerous job in the world. Have you ever gotten a splinter? Try getting one every hour.
Wow, it sounds like you really have to know your stuff to make it out there. A listener wanted to know, what exactly is your favorite color?
My favorite, enchanting ginger? But no, people have no idea. There's no training unless you count the specialized on-the-job training. Let me tell you, being trained by a guy named Stumpy doesn't boost morale.
I see. Well, I know you had some information you wanted to share with our audience today.
Yes, I know a lot of people call it a conspiracy, but there really is a Hatchet Man serial killer out there. This is not a public relations stunt by the Crushbone Orcs Rotary Club.
Yes, well, I've heard of them. They always kill in twos, was it? Also, Crumpler from Ogok wants to know, what is your favorite cereal?
Exactly, and to top it up, my favorite what? What kind of cereal? I start my day with a healthy yogurt and some mixed fruit. Listen, this is important. The killer steals their axes afterward and leaves whatever else on their bodies to rot away in the forest. It's not just murdering orcs, it's murder on the environment. This has to be stopped.
Well, I understand Emperor Crush has been sending out some of his own personal centurions to search for the lost Hatchet Man. What have they found?
Nothing. None of them ever come back. Doesn't anyone ever listen to ghost stories? Fred hasn't returned. We should send Bill out to find him. The serial killer even has the gall to kill our town guards and steal their belts. It's horrifying. What do they have against us wearing pants? No one ever comes back to Crushbone ever. Would you? A bunch of orcs with no pants?
Well, that's all we have time for tonight. Let's hope that you have a long and prosperous career.
I've only had this job for 5 minutes. I don't want to go look for Bill. Oh, God, what is that sound? Do I hear footsteps?
And we're back. We have some fun orc statistics for you since this is the Orc Cast.
Emily supplied these.
Ah!
Yeah.
So this is about the orc tribes in EQ2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Rujark Steel Slaves are the Desert Orcs and the Sinking Sands. Crushbones are the Timber Orcs, led by Emperor Crush. Death Fist, they're the Nomad Orcs, led by Emperor Fist. Mm-hmm. The Rygor are the Hollis Orcs. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that.
Oh, Thrailgor.
Yeah, they're the Eastern Waste Orcs. Shinri, they're the Wailing Caves Orcs. Broken Tusk.
Broken Tusk.
Oh, Broken. Oh, they're the Ruins Orcs. And then Blood Skull are the Common Lands Orcs.
That are all the different races of the orcs.
I like this next one. Number of times Emperor Crush was killed this year. On Antonia Bale, 485 times. On Crushbone, 348 times.
Holy cow. I had no idea there were so many races of orcs, or different types. Approximately 8.8% of all the kills daily are orcs. This was measured on Antonia Bale for a few days.
There are a lot of orcs.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Approximately 10.2% of the monster encounters that exist out there in Norrath are orcs. Wow.
They come in all shapes and sizes.
We're having this discussion about how some type of orc creature existed in so many of our games, and Lydia was like, "No, not in Free Realms," and Robin are like, "Yeah, those troll guys kind of look like orcs. The ones that there's like a troll fort in Free Realms, and they just remind me of orcs, even though they are trolls, but they're very orc-like." So,
I think they're sort of semi-related in there somewhere.
Yeah. And then our second fan spot winner. We're going to take it away to that. This was submitted by Cheez-It Nibble Buns. It's a top 10 list, and this was actually submitted, or this was an audio clip that was submitted. So, it's the top 10 things you should never do in Norrath. So, we'll take it away to that.
Hello, everyone. This is Cheez-It Nibble Buns, and I'm here to give you the top 10 things you shouldn't do in Norrath. 10! Announce you're a level 90 woodworker with absolutely nothing to do. 9! Jump from a griffin while passing a volcano. 8! Let a Tizmac into a china shop. 7! Plan an ice cream party in Lava Storm. 6! Walk into a dwarven tavern and yell, "Bar fight!" 5! Poke a halfling with a breadstick. You won't get it back. 4! Ride a pig around Big Ben yelling, "Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon!" 3! Use a leopard as a flotation device. 2. French kiss a badger. And the number one thing you should never, ever, ever do in Norrath is steal Brasse's ale.
Here.
Confounded!
And we're back for a little bit of news, right?
Did you like number 1? Steel Brasse's ale.
In regards to number 1 on the Cheez-It Nibble Buns top 10 things you should never do in Norrath, you're damn straight you stay away from my fucking ale. I mean, what are you thinking? Many people have died doing that. Even looking at me ale the wrong way will earn you a smack upside the head.
Thank goodness.
All right, we got that settled. Carry on.
We have a little bit of news for you. Star Wars Galaxies has announced bounty hunting in space.
This was announced before.
We almost have to do that in the Pigs in Space voice. Bounty hunters in space!
This was posted on April 29th. It says, have you ever wanted to track your quarry across the stars? Have you ever wanted to use your ship's guns to finish the job instead of your blaster? Have you ever wanted to place bounties for player versus player kills? Why do they have these complicated words? Launch Arcid probe droids to follow your mark or keep track of your successes and failures? No, you can't.
If only I could do that on the freeway.
That would be awesome. Starting game update 19.17, bounty hunting is coming to space in Star Wars Galaxies. TM. Bounty hunters prepare you to bring your occupation to the skies, and everyone else be warned. Space is getting a little less safe. Ooh. You want to read the rest of that?
Sure. Players who engage in player versus player combat in space will rack up a bounty on themselves by killing other players. The victim, the owner of the ship destroyed, will be able to place a space bounty on the killer, the owner of the ship doing the destroying. If you need any explanation on how that works, just let us know. If the killer has only space bounties, the bounty must be claimed in space. If the killer has both space and ground bounties, the bounty can be claimed anywhere. The mission list will now also display the percentage ground and percentage space of the bounty's value.
Awesome.
That's pretty nice.
Pox Nora has a legendary release coming soon.
That's right.
Coming in the near future. Would that be better?
Better than soon?
Yeah.
Yes. And very, very near future, actually. Yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's featuring 8 legendary knights and warlocks. And you can check our forums for previews in the coming days.
That's right. Yes, Ted Stone, also known as Meps, or as some like to mispronounce it on purpose, Meeps, will be providing updates on exactly what's coming down the pipe for Pox Nora. It really looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add to the podcast?
We can also give you the news from last week. That's about it.
Or the news from our desks.
I can't tell if she's crying or laughing there.
That was tears. It was crying. Yeah.
I want to add, what are you playing? I don't know if it's rubbing salt.
What are you playing? Yeah. Okay, so now normally we have this section of the podcast called, What Are You Playing? That about sums it up.
Stuff on my phone.
We're playing cards, Magic the Gathering physical decks.
Awesome. What colors?
D&D. I actually, just like many of our players out there, we've been playing things like go out and stare and marvel at the bright birdie thing in the sky. Discover that you have a family and a dog.
Yeah.
Discover that dishes actually can be washed.
What?
Yes. Restock the refrigerator.
Fold laundry.
Oh, now you're going too far.
Oh,
Because when those servers come back, the last thing you're going to want to do is fold laundry and do shopping. You want to just sit there and fill the raid meter.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, you should stock the pantry. Go to the grocery store.
Oh, mine is so fully stocked.
Red
I'm
Bull,
ready.
yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah, so what are you playing? Nothing.
Real life.
I want my games
Leveling.
to come.
Yeah, the leveling in real life sucks, I just have to say. I don't know who's designing that game, but there are problems in the pacing, and the quests have been really boring.
Yeah, there are bugs. Lots of bugs.
What? Yes. This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife.
This is not my bank account. Oh, yeah. So that's our podcast for today. We miss you guys.
Actually, by the time you hear this, we hope to be saying, welcome back!
Yay!